Twins! My miracles. After all the pain, finally.
Amara married Chike with love, hope, and dreams of building a happy family. On their wedding day, people danced, laughed, and prayed loudly for children.
They spoke blessings of twins and many sons, and Amara smiled shyly, holding her husband's hand, but standing not too far away, Mama Chike watched with a forced smile, her eyes hiding something dark.
We'll see how things turn out.
Our children will be beautiful.
But as months passed, the laughter slowly faded. 1 year went by, then another. Mara began to notice the silence where joy should have been. Each time she saw a mother carrying a baby, her chest tightened. She would pause at shops, her fingers brushing against tiny baby clothes, imagining a child that never came.
When will we hear good news? When will we hear good news?
1 year, no child. What kind of wife are you?
Mama, we are trying. Trying?
Or failing?
Cheek sat there, saying nothing. The silence hurt more than the words. They went to the hospital, hoping for answers. The doctor examined Amara and finally spoke.
There is nothing wrong with you medically.
Nothing. Everything is fine. On the way home, she expected relief. Instead, a strange uneasiness settled in her heart. If nothing was wrong, then why?
That night, while Amara slept, a quiet movement broke the stillness of the house. And she stepped into the room. In her hand was a small, red-wrapped bundle. She knelt beside the bed, her movements careful. She dug slightly into the ground beneath the bed and placed the object inside.
Your womb will never open.
From that night, Amara's life began to change. Years passed, but her womb remained empty. At gatherings, whispers followed her.
5 years, still nothing. Maybe she is barren.
Mara would smile weakly, but her eyes betrayed her pain. At night, she cried into her pillow, her body shaking with silent sobs.
What have I done? God, why me?
Chike began to change. The warmth he once had slowly disappeared, replaced by frustration and distance. He came home later, spoke less, and avoided her eyes.
My mother says I should take another wife.
After everything?
I need a child, Amara.
That night, her sleep was restless. She was having a nightmare. That night in her dream, she found herself running in darkness, her breath heavy, her heart pounding.
You will never give birth.
Shadowy hands reached out, gripping Amara's stomach. Amara screamed and woke up, drenched in sweat. The dreams continued. Night after night, fear began to consume her. One day, weak and desperate, Amara walked into a church. She sat quietly as prayers filled the room, her eyes heavy with tears.
What troubles you, my daughter?
Nothing is working. I don't understand.
Your problem is not physical. There is something else. There is something buried in your house.
She returned home with a heavy heart. Her sister Ada noticed the change in her immediately.
What is wrong? The pastor said something is buried in this house.
Together, they entered the bedroom. The air felt thick, heavy with something unseen. They stood beside the bed, both unsure.
Let's check. Wait, there's something here.
Amara's hands shook as she opened it. Inside were needles, powders, and strange objects she could not understand.
Who would do this to me? It's Mama. No. It's her. I've seen her at night. The world spun around Amara. With tears streaming down her face, she stormed into the living room where Mama Chike sat calmly.
Why? Why would you do this to me?
Because you are not worthy
Not worthy of what?
of carrying my bloodline. I never accepted you, and I made sure you would never give birth.
She returned to the church with the charm. Pastor Daniel held it and began to pray.
Every evil plan in her life be destroyed.
At that same moment, Mama Chike screamed in her house, clutching her body as if something had been ripped away from her. The truth soon reached Chike. He stood holding the remains of the charm, his hands shaking.
Mother, you did this?
I'm sorry, my son. Please forgive me.
I won't forgive you for this.
You made me believe my wife was the problem. You made me treat her so bad. I regret trusting you, Mother.
Time passed, and slowly, peace began to return. One morning, Amara sat quietly, her hand resting on her stomach. Something felt different. Congratulations. You are pregnant. Thank you, God. Chike, I'm pregnant.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Months later, her pregnancy grew strong. Now weak and broken, she lay quietly on the couch. The power she once held was gone. One day, she looked at Amara.
Forgive me.
When the time came, Amara went into labor. Hours later, the cries of newborn babies filled the room. Twins! My miracles. After all the pain, finally. What was meant to destroy me had only made me stronger.